Now you might be wondering why I haven't been posting to the channel for a while, and that's because I'm actually in South America right now. I'm in Peru. You can see I'm at a Ford dealership here in Lima. We have a place out here, and we come out here every now and then when we have some time, when we can fit it in. And we have a little car here, which is a Ford EcoSport, which we use when we're here, and we're bringing it in for a service today. So what we're going to do is we're in an area where there are lots of car dealerships. So we're going to go and have a look at the prestige car dealerships in Lima. We have a Porsche dealership here as well, which is right next to a Lamborghini dealership, I believe. So we're going to go and have a look, see what kind of cars you can get in Lima. Also, we're going to have a look inside the Ford dealership here while we drop the car off, and we're going to have a look at the different types of cars you can get. You can see that you've got like a European type size cars here. They've also got the Ford F-150, the big one, the sporty one. So we're going to go and take a look at that as well. It's not very often you see them together. The difference between a European size car and an American size car, which is just here off camera. The size difference in size. So European size car, American size car. You thought that Expedition was big comparing to this. Look at this. Jesus. We've got this is the Raptor, but this is the Ranger Raptor, the Ford Ranger Raptor. You can get this in the UK, and in the UK this looks like a big vehicle, but compared to the F-150 Raptor, which is just over there, it's really quite small. I've driven the F-150. I know that's a Raptor, but I've driven the F-150 a lot in the US, and the funny thing is that in the US, even though it doesn't even look that big, you know, like even though it is a big truck, because everything else is big, the roads and all that stuff, it kind of looks normal, right? But in Peru, the roads and the systems here are more European in their sizes. They don't have big, wide American roads. So seeing this, and especially seeing it next to more European type vehicles, makes you realize how absolutely massive this car is, so this truck is. It's absolutely, and then after you've spent 5 minutes, which I've just done staring at this, and then you go back to one of these European ones, they look absolutely tiny. All right, so we're down at Porsche Center, Lima, to have a look around. It's nice to be surrounded by Porsches again. It's been a while since I've been out here. I don't drive a Porsche here, but it's nice to come down and have a look. And I'm going to go inside and have a quick look around. It's going to be a flying visit. I don't know how they feel about me filming as well, so I'm just going to sort of surreptitiously film while we look at cars. So let's go. Lovely Turbo S there, ceramics. And then over here we got a nice little Macan. Actually, it looks tiny, that Macan. Next to the Cayenne, makes it look tiny. I think it's a base model Cayenne Macan, and then you've got the E-Hybrid, the new one, and then you've got another one there, a full-size Macan GTS, and inside there they've got a electric Macan. The guy said they've sold a few of them as well, which is surprising because there's not that many places to charge an electric car in Lima. And in the corner there, we've got a very nice Macan GTS, $137,000. That is that Macan. So that's the equivalent car in the UK. It's about £115,000. The equivalent car in the UK would be about 95, I think. But the prices just went up, so I'm not sure on that. I don't think I'd want to drive a Python Green Macan GTS in Lima. I think you'd be asking for trouble. It's funny to see a Porsche dealer in Lima. It's not a place you see that many Porsches. You do see some Macans. Macan there. You see quite a few of those driving around, but and some Cayennes and stuff, but I've not seen. I've seen a couple of 911s over the years, but not many, considering. And I've never seen this car driving around, the 997 Turbo S, which is it's cool to see. We've just been inside in here, so they've got some works going on. Normally the new part is over here, and then that's the used place for used cars. But they're building over here, building a new center, so they've moved to in here. So they've got the new cars on the first floor and used cars on the second floor. So we had a look around, but they only had 2 cars upstairs. And the guy spoke English as well, which is great because my Spanish is not so great. So it was nice to be able to talk to somebody about the Porsches. Nice Turbo S. Looks a bit dated now, to be honest, but still like it. You see those ceramic brakes do not look very healthy, do they? Look at that. Yikes. Red interior. And then a Performante. Very nice. So here we've got a 2014 Cayenne GTS, which, you know, in the UK you would never see a car this old in the main dealer, but you know, here it's a very different situation. It's a nice spec. It's 60,000 kilometers, but they want $35,000 for it, which is a lot. I would assume it comes with a warranty. Oh, it's a turbo actually, not a GTS, sorry. But it's an old one, but you know, it's in good condition. And the thing I like about it, it's got all the buttons. I don't like these new plasticky things with the lights on and stuff. So in this street, we've got all of the main players. We've got Lamborghini, Bentley. This is all Asak's all in one dealership there. And then you've got Volkswagen further down, but this is basically the street where you have all this kind of stuff. I think, to be honest, that they're all connected because there's a Lamborghini Gallardo Spider there. And, you know, it wouldn't ordinarily be in there unless it's all part of the same dealership. So I have a feeling it's all part of the same franchise. Alright, so picked the car up and got the bill here for the service. Now, because we're in South America, you might think, you know, Ford EcoSport, small car, you might think it's actually quite cheap to service, but au contraire, it is not. The car is actually, for what it is, quite expensive. Let's see if I can get a light on here. So the receipt here, this was a minor service, and you can see it says 2,113 soles. That's not dollars, that's soles. That's the Peruvian currency. And basically in sterling, that is £456. So £456 for one every year. So bear in mind that the car needs to be serviced once a year. That's at a main dealer. When you consider that my Porsche Spider, my 718 Spider, to service it, it's about £800 for a minor service, but it only needs to be serviced every 2 years. So it's actually less expensive to service my Porsche 718 Spider for a minor service than it is to service this car for the same equivalent 2 years, which is quite incredible. So yeah, anyway, I'll wrap up here, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think in the comments. I will be back to Europe pretty soon, but yeah, let me know what you think. All right, guys, bye. BMC high performance air filters. Underpass here.